Iowa, and he and I both lived in Chicago. The winters they can get with wind chill like 40 below zero.
Oh fuck, that's
Yeah,
nice.
cold as fuck.
And we're live, you guys. We're back. Okay.
Right up. Me and Joe just swore. Sorry, audience.
Sorry. All right. Fuck this. This goddamn. Dude, that was some weird shit, bro. That was some weird shit. All right, I'm just gonna drop. If you guys go to the YouTube page, I'll just drop it here. Oh my god, that was fucking weird. Joe, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Andy, I'll just blow you later. But yeah, all right. So back into it. Okay, we're back.
We are back.
We are back. We are back.
Holy fucking shit. Oh, God. Okay, so jumping back into it, Joe, an interesting question I have for you is, you've been around the block in the music scene. What is one drug that you ingested in the past times of being a rock star that you actually enjoyed performing on? Whether it was an accident, because me and Andy, we have this thing where we're very clumsy. We just trip right into, a mountain of cocaine, and you gotta breathe, so you ingest a little bit or a lot of it. I can't remember that day, Andy.
Purely accidental.
Yeah, I woke up very sore. But anyway, give us that story, Joe.
I gotta be honest, I've never performed on anything except alcohol, but my favorite drug has always been mushrooms. I think mushrooms are just,
no shit.
all the absolute best, yeah.
God, and what is it? Mushrooms, they're better than LSD.
Yeah.
Because you're not tripping balls going to another realm for 19 hours.
Right.
I mean, at least on shrooms, things are just bright and you want to fuck some shit.
Right, and like anything with texture, it looks like water's flowing over it. You think you've cured cancer. You think you're the smartest fucker
ever.
And you just laugh at everything. Everything is
in God mode. You really do. System can't handle 7 viewers. That's rough. That's rough. And then we're back again. See, but that's all right. All right. Continue. Shroomies. Okay, I can bring this down. That's what it's probably doing. There we go. There. We're gonna do and tuning. We'll keep that high quality. Low latency profile. You guys are hearing me just fucking talk like what the fuck is this guy talking about? Is he fucking doing surgery over there? What the shit? There we go.
I was born around.
Yes. All right, so this should actually help not lose the fucking stream every 5 seconds. I had it set to basically Kiss level performance because you're fucking Joe Boo. So my computer was about to take flight and go off into the stratosphere and join Space Force. So, all right. So drugs, yes, fun. Andy, which brings us into your next question. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Joe, what is the most fucked up thing that's ever happened to you in a live performance?
The most fucked up. Well, there's been an awful lot of sexual encounters, but not like they've been between sets, so not on.
That works. That works.
Yeah. So in between sets.
Yeah.
That was the party mode. That was the thing. You were able. God damn. All right. Let's break it down, Andy. Break it down here, okay? This man was like, I lost my voice because I played 15 performances and then recorded 13 albums. And then not only that, but I've been fucking 6 chicks, in between sets. Right. I'm drained, man. I just need a Red Bull and some electrolytes and I'll be good to go. And no one even gave him anything, bro. They were just like, Joe, now! Ugh. God damn. No wonder, bro. Jesus. So, all right. Sex. We're going to bring that to that. Andy, I'm going to ask your question that you like to ask. What is one night stand that was absolutely just completely caught you off guard? It was actually enjoyable. Whether it was that, Norbit looking chick, who could eat 12 of you, or whether it was that small little one that gets so dainty and get taken by the wind, or whether it was that medium, sportsy. What we talking?
The strippers and, the models, they're lame.
They are, and they scare me. Imagine fucking a stripper. They're so experienced. Be like, what? We're doing a fucking Ferris wheel on my dick. What is this shit?
What are you doing? You're gonna twist it off, man.
Exactly, bro. Peyronie's. We talked about it earlier.
The ones that are the best time you'll ever remember are the mousy quiet ones, man. Those are the ones who sneak up on you.
Yep.
Because they're so repressed. They've got so much sexual.
The pastor's daughter.
Yes, exactly.
That might be a great song, wouldn't it? The pastor's daughter. Could you imagine the lyrics you could put to that fucker?
Oh dear. That would be like No Effects meets Steel Panther for me over here at the EWL studio. So, out of all the rock stars, Joe, growing up on certain music, how did you get to the fucking Joe Boo as a kid? You know, we're going way back. What did you listen to growing up? What got you into music? What got you hooked?
When I was like 5, 6, 7 years old, my cousin, who was 10 years older than me, was playing in a high school band. That's how I got into music. My parents used to pawn me and my brothers off at my aunt and uncle's house, and he'd be practicing in the basement. And I'd always get in the way. I'm 5 years old. I'm 6 years old. These guys are playing Grand Funk Railroad, Three Dog Night.
Shit.
Jimi Hendrix, Deep Purple, early Black Sabbath. They're playing all that shit. And I'm like, dude, this is what I want to do. I want to be a singer. So
Fuck yeah.
So my cousin gave me my first microphone when I was 13, and it was a drum mic. It was a piece of shit, probably from Radio Shack. I don't even remember where it was from.
It was like a little fucking boom mic you used for karaoke. Yeah.
A shit-ass mic. So the first band I was in, I was singing through a bass setup. Some bass player came to audition for the band, left his stuff behind. So I was singing through his bass cabinet as a speaker. Didn't care. You know, I'm like 15 years old. Said, high school band.
You'll make a fucking pencil and a rubber band work. Fuck yeah.
Doing fucking, whatever we had to do, So, yeah. So I started out I was like 5 and 6 years old listening to metal,
Fuck yes.
So all through the 70s, when I was growing up, when I was like 10 years old, 11 years old, I'm listening to UFO. I'm listening to early Judas Priest. I'm listening to Zeppelin. I'm listening to all that fucking hard rock shit.
Yeah.
And when Boston came out in 78, the first Boston album, listening to Van Halen in 78 and 79. So all that shit was early influences when I was a young teenager. And so when I really got deep into singing, my late teens and all through my 20s, I was just a total metalhead. That's why, like the pictures, I got long hair. I had long hair for 20 years. And cut it when I was in my late 30s. In fact, when my voice got fried, I said, that's it. It's time to grow up. So I cut my hair short. That's when I got in with...
You still talk to those fucks?
I still talk to most of them. The guitarist was the prick. He's the one who kind of kicked me out. But none of those guys talk to him. None of the guys talk to him, and I'm still good friends with all the rest of the guys. Every time I put a song out, I send it to them, and they're really great musicians. They went to Musicians Institute in L.A. So these guys we were doing progressive rock. These guys are the best of the best musicians. So anything I send to them, they'll give me an honest critique. They're like, I don't really like it. But
you think they regret it? Or do you guys think that if you never broke up and they would have fucking maybe, took their own fist out of their asshole and gave you a chance to maybe warm up, between the 35 sets and 27 girls, do you think that you could have been something?
Yeah, I think we could have. And they actually brought in another singer who sounded a lot like me, and they fried his voice too. So after that album, they put out a second album that didn't do nearly as well as the debut album. And dude, I got a stack of like write-ups in magazines and e-zines and websites. We did interviews with radio all across Europe because we were all over European radio. And
fucking badass.
We had a record label in the States, so we were close to making it. And had I not lost my voice, we probably could have done something. So then the next guy, the next album didn't do well, and the next guy ended up roaching his voice too. So they disbanded after that. But yeah, it kind of sucks. But I'm thankful that it all happened because it got me to where I'm at now. Because if that hadn't happened, I'd still be in LA. I'd still be chasing that bullshit, trying to get a record deal. And I wouldn't have gotten in with the fire department. I wouldn't have started a life, and because I'd still be acting like a fucking punk,
I feel that. And that's kind of how I was before I joined the army, man. I was a fucking nightmare. Holy shit. All the cops knew me, and most of them liked me. Yeah. And, it wasn't for my friends, it was a revolving door in the county for them. But for me, I was able to sweet talk, bring them coffee, give him a Dunkin' Donuts gift card randomly, just because I like, hey, you fat fuck, I like your face. You're a cool dude. Fuck you, you little, I was fucking huge, so I could say that. Okay, I could say that. So it was all love. It was all love, and then you moved to Iowa, and that was a totally different scene. Jesus H, people are scared of me, dude.
I bet.
Like, I'll hold the door open. Good morning, ma'am. How you doing? She'll clutch her fucking pearls. I'm like, I'm the guy that's gonna stop the guy that's gonna hurt. What the fuck?
Exactly.
Hopefully you have a DNR, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. I ain't doing shit. But, all right, so jumping back, so Led Zeppelin, Boston, excuse me, not REO. But going in to that climb where, obviously you do vocal warm-ups and things like that because your voice is very trained, but or is it not?
I don't do shit.
God damn it. Fucking A. So, again, I wake up, piss excellence, and I shit out gold. That's literally what this,
Oh, dude, not at all. And it's actually funny, man. I remember hearing a brief interview, Ronnie James Dio. It was actually Dave Draymond. Dave Draymond asked Ronnie James Dio, because I guess he was touring with Ronnie James, Disturbed was touring with Ronnie James.
Fucking wild.
And he's like, Ronnie James, man, you're the godfather of metal. I got to know. Like, what do you do to keep your voice warm? Do you do warm-ups? Do you do anything to keep your voice? He's like, yeah, I go to bed early. I drink tea. No, motherfucker, I don't do shit. I go out there and I fucking rock. And if you can't do it, then find another job.
That's what I do, bro. That's exactly what I don't do a god. I know that first tune's gonna be a warm-up tune anyways. So I always pick a Dustin tune because fuck that shit. No, I'm just kidding. No, I always pick like Corporate Control. Yeah. Where we're both singing and he can cover my fuck up, which is great because he's got a killer voice. Right. So when you sing, especially when you perform, do you go anywhere in your head? For me, I don't even see shit, but then I'm like, oh shit, that person's shaking their ass. Let's go fucking have some fun, and then I go out there, and we start getting into it. And then again, the crowd just kind of disappears for me. And I go into my own world, partially because of sweats in my eyes and the chemicals I ingested prior. But for you, what is going through your head on stage, especially hitting the fucking notes you're hitting? Jeez. Woo!
I wish I knew. I mean, I was a shy kid, so I was always terrified getting on stage. But I wanted it so bad. I'm like, I got to overcome this fear. I don't care, man.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm nervous, but I'm going to get up there and do it because I want to fucking do it. So, a lot of times that first song, I'm always nervous because I'm thinking, fuck, man, I don't want to hit a bad note on this first song, I don't want to So I'll go out. Usually I go to my car. I do a couple songs just to warm it up. I'll sound like shit in my car. All right, now I feel a little warmed up. Now I'm ready to go. And back in the day when I was a drinker, I'd have a beer or two, loosen me up, get on stage, and a lot of times I close my eyes through a better part of the first song because I'm like, all right, don't fuck up. Just don't fuck up.
Yeah, just remember the fucking lyrics. And for me, I'm like, I remember the whole song. And then I get, fuck, what's the first lyric? Shit. And then I look at Dustin, I'm like, hey, motherfucker, I need you to mouth something. He looks at me, he's like, and he just usually shakes his head. And it's so funny because his arms will be going at 100 miles an hour because it's punk music. And his face is just, because he knows, he's like, motherfuck. And I'm like, chorus, let's start the song with the chorus. Let's do something, that'll be cool. You're an idiot. All right. And all right, Andy, we have time for a couple more questions because Joe needs to get his fucking beauty sleep before he goes saves lives. And I have to think of my final question because I don't want it to be some bullshit one. So go ahead.
Okay, so Joe, what is one album that you think every music fan should fucking listen to? What do you think is the best album you've ever heard?
One of my favorite albums, and like this would be my Desert Island album, is there's an album that Tony Iommi did, and it was supposed to be just a Tony Iommi album, but the record label forced him to use it as a Black Sabbath album. It's called Seventh Star. And so Tony Iommi, Glenn Hughes sings on it. He was from Deep Purple. He was a bass player on the album. So Tony Iommi's Black Sabbath Seventh Star is a fucking killer album. So that's one I would say anybody or everybody who's ever liked hard rock and metal, they got to hear that album. That should be their.
Guess
What's
what?
your,
I'm Spotify tomorrow.
what's yours, man?
Mine? That's a good one, really. I suppose it probably has to be. It's going to be a Queen. I think the first album I ever really listened to was Queen Live Killers. It's a double live album,
Right, great album.
and it just fucking blows me away. That's what got music. That.
Yeah, I
So,
remember Brian May put out the Brian May and Friends album.
yeah.
Holy fuck, man! What a great fucking album. Brian May is such an unsung guitarist. He's wicked good. That whole band was good.
They're musically intelligent, aren't they? And
they're brilliant, man.
I don't know how they compose a song. It's very well thought out, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
You're not going to believe this. So this week on Monday, I interviewed a guy called Spike Edney that played in that Brian May band and with Queen and with Freddie. So we've got week.
Wow.
I was telling Tim, I've been watching that guy since I was 10. And there he is. How we are now. It was
right.
50, man.
Fucking badass, dude.
That is badass. Tim, what's yours? What's your desert island?
It would have to be 2112 by Rush.
Oh fuck yeah, man.
Man. Oh, that whole album. And for those that were alive during this time, side 1 I think is the best, but if you flip to side 2, and when the whole tape came out, it was fantastic. But so I love that album hit me because the band itself, they got fucked on that the album they released prior. It was 1975. It might have been Caress of the Street.
Caress of Steel.
Caress of Steel, that's what it is. Not Street, Jesus. But so yeah, they fucked up. Their promotion agent, whatever it was, over at Mercury Records, whoever it was, fucked up. They didn't do anything right. But so this band was like, man, we're done. We're done. And then suddenly this fat nosed fucking Canadian fucker, no man, we got this shit. We got this. We're gonna go to the temple of fucking Syrinx. And I'm like, oh, and what the fuck? That is a badass. And then they come back with one of the most incredible albums. And this is during the time when you had other, very interesting bands. ELO, you had Yes, you had, other prog rock bands. But there's nothing like it, man. Three guys making that much fucking noise. That is something special. That is my desert. That's 100% my desert album. So,
awesome album.
My final question for you is, usually I ask, what advice are you going to give to struggling artists, things like that. But my actual question is, why do you still continue to do this shit? Why continue to put your ass on the line at... Nothing but problems tonight. You got me back? We're back. You got me back, right?
We're back.
Okay. Holy fuck, dude. Of course, on the final question... Jesus. Welcome back, everybody, for the 15th time. So, all right. My question. So, yeah, why continue to do this fucking incredible, music venture that you have? Because I know, man, it takes a lot to record, to put out music, to do all of it. So why continue to do it at the end of the day?
4-letter word, man, love. I mean, dude, we all do it for the exact same reason. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be hosting a show about it. You wouldn't be spending money to keep your show going. You wouldn't be putting on, fucking live festivals. It's all about love, man. I mean, music is in our blood. There's nothing we can do about it. We can't stop. It would be like, if you were a drug addict and you had all the blow you could ever hope to get, you're not going to stop.
Nope.
This is something that's our drug. This is something we can always do. It doesn't cost us anything. If anything, it keeps us happier than we'd ever be without it. I mean, I can't imagine my life without music. And I actually experienced it. I mean, the 7 years I couldn't sing, it was tough.
That had to be torture, bro.
Yes, man. I fucking hated it. I didn't even sing in my car because I hated the sound of my voice. I'm like, fuck this, man. This fucking sucks. I didn't want to listen. I didn't want to listen to it. But I got lucky. And I had a couple friends who wrote me back in. That drummer pulled me back in. He's like, I don't care how bad your voice sounds. We got to play music together.
That's a hell of a friend.
Yeah, man. He's one of my best friends. That's why he lives here. he and I and Sea Dog all moved to the Keys together to play music. And
That's amazing.
After I got there, I'm like, I don't have the skill set to make it in the Keys. These guys were both boaters. I'm not a boater. So, and I'm living on a fucking island, you know? So I'm like, all right, I can't do this. And at that time, my girlfriend at the time had gotten into Playboy, and she was a centerfold. So she convinced me. She's like, you're wasting your talent in the Keys. You need to be in LA. That's where all the rock stars go there. So she convinced me to go there. And that's when I got back in with, got in with 7 months. But then when I lost my voice, my buddy Chris wrote me in. He's like, we got to do it again. And then the drummer from Strychnine wrote me back in too. He said, hey man, I got a couple originals I want to work on with you. I'm like, Pete, my voice isn't the same. He's like, dude, I don't care. It's just you and me, man. Let's work on some music. So some good friends pulled me back in and gave me back the love of my life.
Nice.
That's fucking badass. I love that, man. That's fucking badass.
Yeah.
And that's true. It's in our blood, man. The world would be, they don't know it, but they'd be lost without music. Music is expression. It's emotion. It's everything.
It is.
I mean, you could be in the worst spot of your life.
It is. It's the story of your life played to the universal language, man.
It is. And I don't know, there really is a sound for every ear, and even if your voice, it didn't bounce back for those 7 years, I guarantee you say you didn't sing in the car, but I know you tried every motherfucking day. And you probably did so much homework. How do I do this to train it back? How do I do this? How do I do that? And then finally when you said, fuck it, I'm going to be a punk, it came back. Yeah, that's right. You just got to fucking, I don't know. Be yourself. Don't change. And when people try to change you, like Mr. Guitarist in your first band, well, at the end of the day, I guarantee he's listened to every single one of your songs, and you probably didn't even talk to this guy in years, and I guarantee he stalks you on Facebook or Instagram like a little ex-girlfriend. I remember the smell of his feet, god damn it, I miss him, whatever the fuck it is. But they threw you away, Joe, and that was a big mistake, because you came back like a fucking champion. I mean, and I have massive respect for you, brother. I mean, I know what it is to be, in the medical field. I know what it takes to be an artist, and you're all these things, and you continue to do it. It's incredible, dude. It really is.
Thanks, brother. Right back at you.
I appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much for giving us your time tonight, Joe. I'm gonna let you get some rest and get back to work too. We appreciate you, homie.
Love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
Stop, man.
All right, Joe. Have a good night.
Thanks, brother. We'll talk to you guys later.
All right, bye.
It's
God, man, the technical difficulties. You guys, we made it. How many drugs did you have to ingest to get through that shit? Andy, how about you?
Sorry, I've taken too many drugs. I've lost. I don't even know who are you, you strange man?
My name's Tim.
Oh my God, you're American. He's American.
There's a purple giraffe in the room.
To an American.
Huh? I'm in the United Kingdom, actually. I'm in your basement.
Oh my! That's where my cocaine went. No, it didn't. Fuck.
Yeah, no, it went up your nose again, Andy.
I fell into it.
You're like Ozzy. Who drank my beer? You're the beer thief.
Oh, dear.
Oh, fucking A, man. That guy was awesome. R.I.P. Ozzy. All right, Andy. My final question. This is going to be for you before we end this wonderful evening. Why do you continue to help artists that you have never met in your life? Some of them you met, and those ones I get. But why do you help all these artists that you don't know and individuals that you don't know?
Because I was there once, and when I first joined this community, other people like yourself and other guys were doing exactly what I'm doing now. So other people have just passed on the mantle, and I'm just copying what they did, just to give people a break. I think it's nice to do that. Plus, I get to listen to new music. So from a selfish point of view, I'm finding new music for me and you to listen to, but also I'm promoting it as well. And people seem to dig it, so why not? It makes people happy, doesn't it? So
fucking A, right? It makes me happy, dude. Fraz, you kick ass, brother.
Well, so do you, man. Someone just put a massive festival and got bands around the globe there. That wasn't easy, was it, sir? That wasn't fucking easy.
Nope. And I am fucking mad enough to do it again.
I know. This is just, it'll be awesome, isn't it?
Which
Oh,
I think we could make this announcement here, Andy. Not only will Andy be participating in the festival, but he will be one of the headliners of the festival happening in 2027 in a cornfield. That's right. We're not doing it at the fairgrounds. We're not doing it at a stadium. We're not doing it at some fancy fucking venue. We're going to do it corn punk style. We're going to do it the right way. Private property in a cornfield. No porta shitters. What was that, Andy?
no police.
No fucking cops. We're going to hire Black Tie Security LLC again. Fantastic company to work with. These guys got tats on their face, and they'll fucking Tyson your ear if they have to. Great fucking group of individuals to work with. And you know what? We will have the air-conditioned bathrooms. We'll have shower trailers. We're not going to have 2 stages. We're going to do 1. We're going to do 1 stage because, well, it's a fucking cornfield and we only have so much room to work with. All right, let's be goddamn realistic. So there's going to be a delicious amount of food. We're thinking of hiring 1 fucking food guy to cover the whole goddamn thing. We have an amazing person in mind. You could look up his stuff. They go by the name of Flavor Train. They are out of the Quad Cities. Fantastic company, fantastic food truck. They make brisket nachos, baby back ribs. They make prime rib, fucking loaded. Oh yeah, and Andy, they make the jackets, the potato. Yeah, they make the baked potatoes with all the fucking fixings on them, including the beans. Andy. Oh yeah. Oh, delicious. Especially when you're fucked up and you're hungry and you just want to go get something to eat. Oh, great.
I'll get destroyed.
Oh, same, dude. Same. But, you know, Punk in the Corn, there was a lot of issues with food vendors. We were supposed to have 12, and we ended up with fucking 2. And that was because of a learning experience on my part. You know, you give somebody control, you know, of everything, and then you just take... we were the fucking backbone and the actual workers, and they were the ones that took everything. So... Yeah. But you have to do that, you know. You have to do that for your first year. You have to learn and you have to make mistakes to figure out how to correct them. You know, we have tons of bands that have already applied. If you haven't applied, I advise you can go to punkinthecorn.com and take your band, and there's an application there. Just send us a message saying, I want to participate in the festival in 2027. I want to say it's Woodstock, but it's not going to be Woodstock anymore. We are changing the name for the 2027 festival. I will be posting a group of names, but I also want the community to drop some names. What do you think this festival that's going to have 30 plus bands from around the world, including over 6 mainstream bands, and that's not even in the 30 plus. 30 plus is underground, baby. And we have the fucking Fraz band headlining on one of these nights. So, food, camping. It's not going to be, you know, freeze your tits off cold. We're doing it in August. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, pack light, because you need to buy a lot of band merch, and get fucking ready, because this shit's going to be insane. We learned from Punk in the Corn Music Festival 2020, what, 5? Oh, that's right. 2027, Andy, is going to be 10 times better.
I just can't wait, because also what the guys don't, well, some of them might do, but we're doing a little tour leading up to that. Our final gig is the fucking headlining Punk in the Corn.
That's right.
Man. And there's going to be a few surprises on that bill, but me and Tim will talk to you about that.
Hell yeah, man. Oh, hell yeah, there is. And, you know, touring around that time, too, I'm booking Trick Shot as well. So, Fraz will be in separate cities. So, Trick Shot, I'm going to route them a little bit more on the South Midwest part of, Midwest, southern part. And Fraz will be in the middle and upper parts of the fucking tour. You know, they are touring on different days, but I would advise you to catch at least one of their shows, because it's going to be fucking gnarly. And we got bands like the Rising Fall showing interest, bands like, you know, I don't know, fucking KTO, I don't know, Steve Conte. Oh, I don't know. Malcolm Bruce. Quite a few. There. Rhino.
Rhino, Status Quo bass player. He's up for it.
Yeah. It'd be kind of cool to see the Contes, Rhino, and Fraz all on the same stage, fucking rocking it the fuck out for what, $15-20 a ticket? Let's be real. You guys are going to have one hell of a tour, Fraz, and I want to pack these rooms because, you know, and our killer sound guy will be riding along with you. Ruggles will be going along, and, you know, his band, they might play a couple shows with you guys. So, you know, but he is the man, and, you know, I have to hire a different person, but that's all right because we have 3 separate sound companies we work with. But my go-to and always will be is Lane Street Sound and Stage, Chris Ruggles. Go follow his page, hit him up for some fucking, you know, sound services, whatever the fuck you need. The man's got it. He's got it all, and if he doesn't, he'll figure out a way to get it and make it happen. Dude's a beast, you know. And if you want some fucking media advice, we'll talk to DC over at Sweet Beats IMD. David is a fantastic individual. He's very knowledgeable, not only in the music industry, but also in the business side of things. He is our company's CFO, and I trust him with everything. He's a fantastic person. Alistair Thorne with Room 420, another person to get involved with. He is a very well-versed in the music community, not just in our underground community, but in the mainstream. So you can follow him at Room 420. He's a great person to talk to. Fraz Band is a fantastic individual to reach out to for promotional services, to figure out how to get on playlists, to figure out how all of that works. Andy, what's your email? Where can they email you at to get their Spotify plays up and to get involved more with that side of things?
I think most of the guys are connected to me on like Facebook and Instagram, so just drop me a message there and we'll figure it out.
Easy enough. And go ahead and take a listen to the other underground stations of the community, all right? Because they need some help too. They need to be lifted up just like us. And we appreciate you all so fucking much. So much. I'm going to buy a new hard drive because I think mine's about to explode. And that might be why we had to drop signals tonight. But that's okay, baby. We worked through it. Andy, I love you. This has been amazing.
Thanks for tuning in. And Tim, pleasure as always, sir. Until next week.
Keep on rocking in the fucking free world, baby. I love you all, okay? Andy, I love you.